Hi guys, welcome to my channel Vinyl Beauty. I'm Debbie, and if you've not been here before, this channel is all about getting creative with makeup whatever your age. So I'm trying to inspire you to perhaps pick up palettes that you've bought in the past and have a bit of a makeup playtime with them and just see what you can create. Now this video is going to be super fun. I've had a request from one of you guys to pull out a palette from the past and do a look with it. I'm always down to do that. If you guys have got any suggestions, they're very welcome. I'd love to know what you want to see on my channel. I won't say who it was just in case you don't want your name mentioned, and I don't actually know your name. I only know kind of your handle that you have, you know, for YouTube and Instagram. But either way, I thought this was a great idea because it's a more affordable palette. It's one I think quite a few of you might have from last year, or you could dupe the vibes of with things that you have in your collection. And it's the Revolution Forever Flawless Enchanted palette. I had a great time with this last year. I did a first impressions where I did a smoky eye, and then I did a palette bingo as well using a few of the kind of brown shades, I think. But for this look, I really wanted to play with the green. There's a beautiful green shade in here and the bronze. So that's what I've done. So why don't we just jump straight into it, and I'll show you the tutorial for this look using the Forever Flawless Enchanted palette, and then I'll catch up with you at the end. Okay, so I've already primed my eyes with the MAC Soft Ochre paint pot, as I generally do. And for this one, I wanted to use the shades that I've not used before and dip into the green. So the green is called Vine. It's this one here. I want to use that, and I wanted to use the bronzy shade, what's that one called, Illusion, on my lid. And then probably just smoke out the lower lash line with the brown. They're all shades that I've not used. The brown is Creeper. So it's not going to be the most Halloween look ever, but it's using a Halloween palette and I'm really excited to do it. So I'm going to start with the green in the outer corner, and I'm going to use a Spectrum B04 because it's kind of angled to get the shape that I'm looking for it. And I'm just going to stamp that pretty much into my outer corner. As I say, it will help me to get the kind of shape that I'm looking for. I'm always really impressed when I use these Forever Flawless palettes. Look at the pigment of that as it's going on. That's like pretty impressive, I think. So I'm just stamping the colour, as I say. I'm not going to look to blend it at this stage. I really want to get the pigmentation as strong as I can from this palette, but as I say, it's not too difficult. It's going on really, really nicely, this shade. I want a kind of winged out shape, but not crazy winged out. I love the depth and intensity of that green. It might end up being a Halloween look after all. You guys will know what it looks like because you'll have seen it in the intro, but I've kind of not decided completely what I'm going to do. It's always so nice when I get a request for something to do, because I've got a lot of palettes. It's quite overwhelming sometimes to think what to film with, because I'm not buying new things. It's easy when you're buying new things. I'm going to do buy a few new things, but if you're not buying all the new, you've got to think about what you're going to use that you already own. Getting a little bit of fallout from that green. I might have to touch my makeup up once I've done this look. Okay, now I'm just taking a blending brush and starting to bring that green through the crease and to blend it out. I don't want to lose the intensity of it because it's such a beautiful green. So I'm just blending the very edges of it. Just going to dip into a little bit more of that Vine shade just to carry it on through the crease. Not going to make this a complicated look at all. I just want to just make this green the focus in the crease, not a multicoloured crease or anything like that. So it's been a while since I've done a exclusively green look. This is such a murky, deep, dark kind of green. I don't know if I've got too many like this one. It's super pretty actually. So I'm glad I got the chance to use it. On the lower lash line, I want to start with the green in the outer corner, so I'm just going to smoke a little bit of that out on the lower lash line just to connect up with the outer corner, and then the rest of it I'm going to do brown on the lower lash line. just to blend above this green that we have there, I'm going in with the shade Elm, this one here. Shade to have in the palette for our blending shade, I think. Very, very powdery though, that one. I always think of Revolution shadows as being quite hard pressed in the pan. These are pretty soft. Kind of forgotten what this palette was like because it's been a while since I've used it. It's been about a year. So it's good to revisit it again. I have seen there's another one out for this year. They always bring two. They bring one that's like a bit more like reds and blacks. And I did buy that one last year. I can't remember what it's called offhand, but I did buy it. Never used it. So perhaps don't need that one. But I'm kind of tempted on the one that looks similar to this one. I probably don't need that either, but they always call to me these Forever Flawless Halloween releases. I don't know if you guys are the same. Right, just go back with a bit more of that green. I'm just going backwards and forwards until I'm happy with the blend and the shape really. As I say, just ignore the fallout that's going on because I'll clean that up off camera and sort that out. I didn't realise quite how powdery these were and I probably should have tapped off my brush. Pretty happy with that I think. So now I'm going to go in with Creeper on the lower lash line and just join up where I've got that green and take it all the way in. Just loading that up on a Sigma E20, just a smudge brush just to pack that down first. These are performing really, really nice. I must be one of the only people that don't bash Revolution shadows, but I honestly don't have too bad a time with them, or definitely not with these Forever Flawless palettes in any case. So now I'm just taking a brush with no additional product and I'm going to work on really blending out that brown to make it super smoky. And I might again take some of that Elm shade, this one that we used before, just to help with that blend. But to begin with, just going to use nothing at all, just to see how well it will blend without it. I wanted this super smoky on the lower lash line. I'm going to go in with a bit of Elm just to further smoke things out into the eye bag area there. I don't mind brown used in a look if it's done in this sort of way. Now for my lids, I'm going in with NYX Glitter Primer. Taking that on a Kaleidos S4, doesn't really matter what brush, just a flat packing brush. And I want the bronze shade to show quite well, so I'm rocking my head back to just get a little bit more into my crease and to make sure I've got as much eye space as I can to put that bronze shade down. Don't know if we're really doing a cut crease here as such, just more so making sure I've got plenty of eye space to put the shimmer shade and something for it to adhere to. Now using that same brush, I'm going to pick up the Illusion shade, so this bronzy shade here, and that's going all over the lid. I'm not going to do anything complicated, mixing different shimmers or anything like that today, just this one. It's a beautiful sort of dull bronzy kind of shade. It's a true shimmer shade, it's not one of these like sparkly ones, but it's not bad either. It's a bit more than a satin, a bit less than a foil. Just an ordinary shimmer, I suppose you would say. Just to amp up the intensity in the outer corners, I'm going to go in with Sable, the black shade. I'm just going to work that into the outer V. It will help hide where the shimmer and the matte are meeting as well. And just give us that little bit more depth in the outer corner. I've been loving using black in my outer V just lately. Now there's no inner corner highlight shade that's going to work for this look because the only one we've really got is this one, and it's really frosty and icy, so I'm going to take a face highlight to do it, and I'm going to use Ray Rider by Kaleidos Makeup. Just pop that in my inner corner, just for a pop of brightness there, nothing too crazy. Okay, so that's the look to this point. Just going to hop off camera for some finishing touches and then I'll be back with you with the completed look and to wrap up the video. Okay guys, so this is the finished look of course. To finish it off, I've just gone in with my NYX Epic Ink Liner just to create a bit of an extended wing through that green shadow. It's my favourite way to finish off a look. I've used Nars Climax Mascara because I'm out of my Bad Girl Bang. And I've got a NYX lipstick here in the shade Grind. I wanted a chocolate brown to kind of echo the brown that we've got on the lower lash line there. Really love how this look came out, and as I was saying as I was going along, I was really surprised and kind of pleasantly so how great these shadows are. I mean, this is a palette that sat in my drawer for a year, so it's not brand new or anything. The shades are really vibrant. They're quite dusty and powdery, which surprised me how loosely pressed they are in the pan, but that's never a bad thing for me because that always means that they're going to be a bit more pigmented and easier to work with. So yeah, I had a great time with this. Might have to drag out the other one that I bought at the same time. It's got roses on the front. I wish I could remember the name. I'll pop it up on the screen. If you guys want to see red and black look using that palette, and it's got quite a good silver in there as well, then please do let me know, or let me know whatever else you want to see on my channel. I'd love getting requests, as I say, because when you're not buying all of the new things, it's very difficult to know what to film that people might want to watch. So really would appreciate that. But if you're new to my channel and this is your first video, hi, welcome, and I hope you might consider subscribing before you go. And I hope you all might just hit that like button for me as well, because it really does help me out in the whole YouTube algorithm thing. I've been really suffering with my views just lately, and I don't really understand why. So I think there's just so many people on YouTube. I don't think I'm doing that bad a job, I don't think. But if you guys could smash the like button, that would really help me out. But thank you for watching, guys. I hope you're keeping safe and well. Hope you're having a lovely day or night wherever you are, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye, guys.